Now I have a stack of books. I'm going to go through a few of these regarding alien abduction, the alien abduction phenomenon. And I have several books here that I'm going to talk about really quick. And in the member section, not to hype the member section too much, but I'm going to go a lot deeper in the member section. Those of you who want to go check out over there. But the main thing I wanted to explain here about this is the alien abduction phenomenon is kind of a complicated topic, and I'm here to make sure we debunk all the crazy conspiracy theories out there. And there's really, alien abduction is kind of a complicated issue because there are two reactions that that it's okay to have. And I'm going to explain those to you because we want to make sure we stay kind of in our place, in our lane. And the first place that's safe to be on the alien abduction phenomenon is that it's the figment of people's imaginations. It's right up there with ritual abuse and you know, chemtrails and all that sort of thing. And it's all made up. It's all fiction. You know, dismiss it outright. These are just lonely housewives and sitting around conjuring up these crazy tales in their heads. So that's really kind of the default position that we want to have when we encounter that, because you really don't want to give people traction with any kind of alien abduction story. But heaven forbid you're faced with overwhelming evidence that you have to address. That's where the best way to handle it is aliens. And we don't know exactly what they're up to. They're probably benevolent, probably just checking out to learn more about the human race, and that's that. So those are the acceptable positions. And again, if we were to break this down into percentage, 90% of the time, we should dismiss it outright, no question asked. Maybe 10% of the time when faced with very difficult to dismiss evidence, we can allow for benevolent aliens coming to visit our planet and help us out and check out the environmental concerns on this planet. Now, what you want to avoid, this is the important part of this. This is the meat and potatoes of this video. What you want to avoid is this third category you want to avoid at all costs. And that gets into things like the MK Ultra program and stuff about people, you know, with these wild imaginings of government programs of being abducted by military groups or clandestine intelligence agencies and whatnot for mind control experimentation and biological experimentation and things like that. Those theories are dangerous, wrong-headed theories that should never be entertained. So again, if for some reason you are pressed into a corner on the issue of alien abduction, the best thing to do is go with the benevolent alien theory and you're safe. But some of the books to stay away from on that are Secret School by Whitley Strieber. You know, Communion is fairly safe, but this one is not. No Return. This author, oh heavens, this is terrible. David Booher, I think I'm saying that name right, dismantles this entire case of one of the earliest abduction cases and tries to lead you into this dangerous path that this might actually be a covert operation. So stay clear of that. Into the Fringe, Carla Turner, Dr. Carla Turner, she passed away, I believe, in 95 or 96 or so. And she has, there's a couple of books by her. And I thought I had them. Here they are. In her research, she started figuring out there might be a human connection to some of the abductions. And then she died of a fast-acting cancer. So rest in peace, Dr. Turner. She was something else. So these are interesting to read, but still you should be careful. Be very careful. And then of course, this one takes care of itself because Dulce base is almost impossible to obtain now. It's very little of this is concerned with alien abduction, but it gets into that the whole alien phenomenon is probably cover for clandestine aircraft and biological and chemical weapon programs. And that, of course, is forbidden thought. And then, of course, we have Unlocking Alien Closets, and Lost Was the Key. And the good author, Leah Haley, would have been fine with this book, but she followed it up with this one with actual pictures and things that could lead you astray, like showing what she believes were some of the weapons that were used on her, and showing some of the black helicopters around the area where she was, you know, things like this that have no business being out in the public domain. So anyway, I'm going to do a little deeper dive into the abduction phenomenon, but Unlocking Alien Closets, definitely stay away from that one. That one's gonna make you rethink this one completely. So bad, Leah Haley, bad. So anyway, in the member section, I'll be digging a little bit deeper into that. Again, not to hype that section too much, but that affords me a little bit more freedom to get into that material. But as always, just want to make sure everybody knows to think good thoughts and make sure that we support the narrative and make sure that we believe the right things and we follow legacy media. Legacy media is kind of like the modern church, the modern iteration of the Catholic Church. When legacy media hands us the narrative, we should take it, we say thanks, and we adopt it and go on our way. And that requires, a lot of times that requires a lot of faith, but it's the good kind of faith. So, follow the science and support the narrative. And I'll leave it right there.